Guys, I got one for you today. I am out on Florida's Tamiami Trail fishing. This road bisects the Florida Everglades east to west. I'm gonna fish here all day in hopes of catching the Everglades big three: peacock bass, Mayan cichlids, and Oscar. So I'm gonna bring y'all along on my adventure. It's about 7 a.m. I am just leaving the demarcation line from the concrete jungle that is Miami, and I'm headed west on the Tamiami Trail into the Florida Everglades and Big Cypress. I couldn't take it anymore. I pulled off the side of the road here. I'm just gonna try some casts. I've wanted to come out here and do this for a very long time, and I'm super excited to be here. I've got a little Shimano 1000 reel on a small kind of ultralight rod, if you will. I stopped at Bass Pro and bought a number of things, some crappie jigs, but I also got some little lip plugs like that. Let's see what else I got. Some of this stuff, even got a whittle baby rattle trap. I think I'm gonna try this small Rapala first. This is all I tied on. I'm not even close to where I actually wanted to go. I just couldn't take it anymore. I had to stop and fish. There we go. Hooked up, y'all. This is some sort of a cichlid. I don't know. But that is my first Everglades fish. Oh, let's grab them here. All right, so that was my fourth cast. Just stopping at a boat ramp here. I don't know what kind of cichlid this is or fish, to be honest with you. I thought I was going to be catching peacocks, Oscars, and cichlids, and I do believe this is cichlid. I just don't know what kind. Maybe one of you guys can drop a comment and let me know, but I'm going to go ahead and let them go. All right, we're going to go ahead and keep on moving. Not even really where I wanted to get to. I just, like I said, couldn't stand it anymore. Wanted to get out of the truck. So we just crossed over into Big Cypress. Now, things changed dramatically in Big Cypress. It goes from the grass savannas to a mixture of cypress trees and savannas, and it's not woods, it's still Everglades, but it's not as open. So here, once we're in the Big Cypress, the road narrows considerably, and you only have just this narrow shoulder to fish on. This is why they call this the most dangerous fishing spot in Florida. But this place is just loaded up with fish. I can see them. Here we go. My first Everglades Oscar. Honestly, this is my first Oscar ever. Slimy joker. See if I get a hold of him good. Oh, no, no. Well, that was my first Oscar, and they're slimy. I dropped him. He flopped there, came around here, and flopped right into the back to the water. But I made a switch. I put on a little crappie jig with a 16th ounce jig head and a little paddle tail. They seem to really like that. There he is. And that, just like that, this is the other fish I came to catch. This is a small cichlid. Nice little fish. We'll let him go though, but these things are just beautiful. And honestly, I got a bubbler with me and a bucket. I've got a fish tank I'm thinking about putting some of these in. What I'm doing right here is figure eighting my jig right in the shadow line. There we go. Oh, we got a new species, guys. This is a a jaguar cichlid of some sort. Really just a beautiful, beautiful fish. Got quite the mouths on them. Look at that. If he was just a little bit smaller, I'd put him in my fish tank. Ooh, I'm on, y'all. Guys, I hit those pads. I've got a fish on too here. Here we go. Let's go. I think, oh no, it's just a nicer, oh my goodness. What a beautiful fish, guys. Look at this thing. As soon as that lure hit those pads back there, he ate it, but I was also tangled up in the pads. I got him out. Look at the blues and the colors on that fish right there. Really just something. They get bigger than this. See if I can hold on to them so you guys can see them. But what a beautiful fish, guys. I think this one, he's not huge, but I do want something to eat for dinner. I think I may hold on to this one and throw him in the cooler if I can get back across the road without dying. All right, I feel like I spent a lot of time at this spot. I'm gonna keep moving. I did reach out to a buddy of mine, JD Odom. He has a little family channel. You guys should go check that channel out. I'll put it on the screen right here. He does all the stuff we do on Tug Trash Outdoors with his kids and wife, and it's fast becoming one of my favorite small channels to watch. So check that out. But he sent me a couple of pins on some areas to kind of look, you know, kind of got me started here. We're gonna make a little hike in here down to some ponds or lakes I can see. I didn't see any no trespassing signs, so wish me luck. So they finally got some rain down here. Everything is in an extreme drought right now. So a lot of this stuff that I'm fishing, you wouldn't even hardly be able to get to during the rainy season. But right now, it's dry, dry, dry. Look at that. A millipede. You never know what you might see out here. So these look like obviously man-made lakes. Some sort of quarry or something. Oh my gosh, the water is crystal clear. It's probably 10 foot deep right there, and I can see to the bottom. There goes a tilapia. There's a turtle out there. Did I mention it is hot? Oh my gosh, look at all this. This is a school of peacock bass right here. But that's crazy. A whole school of peacock bass just swam up to me, and I dropped the lure. Well, almost just lost the camera into the water there. Well, that's the first peacock bass out here, guys. It's just a little guy. It's crazy. When it lost all its colors when I dropped it. I can see some huge Oscars down there with them. Look at that. Yeah. Peacock after peacock right now. Another pretty little peacock bass. Everglades peacock. And they all have a little bit different of a pattern. Really pretty fish. That whole school's still right here. Peacocks just come at it so hard. Oh, peacock. They slam it too. Getting a little bit bigger. And in this super clear water, they're a really nice color. Just one after another, guys. Oh, there's a monster peacock right here. An absolute monster. So the action of me catching these smaller fish just drummed up a really nice one. Holy cow. Oh, I just hooked a good one. There we go. Yeah. There's an even bigger one down there. Yeah. Beautiful, beautiful peacock bass there. And he actually snapped my line when I pulled him up. There is a bigger one down there that I imagine is a male female team. Look at that. Everglades fishing. My first time. So I'm going back to that crappie jig, 16th ounce. And it is kind of sight fishing. This lake is so clear.
Right here, I'm figure eighting my lure where I can see some peacocks.
Oh, I got a good one. Sight fished them. I don't know if the camera pointed the right way. Nice peacock here. Better than the last one. He snapped my line again. They are just so finicky. I'm having to literally just irritate them and almost pop them in the face with that lure. Another nice peacock. This one's a little male, but this, oh my goodness, there's a huge largemouth bass right here. I don't know if you guys can see that in the water right there, but that's about a 10-pound largemouth. Oh Lord. I wish I had some shiners or something, but there he goes. Beautiful peacock. See if I catch another peacock. I'm literally just sight fishing them. There he is. Another peacock. This is the smaller of the two. That's, I don't even know how many peacocks now. Another pretty fish. I'm gonna keep moving. I'd like to find, there was a school that I saw that was really wild. I'd like to find that school. This is really sad, you know. We're out here in the Everglades and people dump trash. I bet they like to hang out here too. Never understood that. Would you dump a bag of trash in your living room and then sit there? Here you can get a real good look at the lake that I've been in. I see a little school of peacocks right here. Found that if I can get the small peacocks fired up, that brings everything else in too. There we go. Oh, he's over the ledge. I got him. See? It's almost like mahi fishing. All the other peacocks get super fired up because I got this one in the water freaking out. And they're all coming. I don't know if you guys can see this or not. So now I've got a whole big school of peacock bass right in front of me right here. This is awesome. I can't believe that I'm 39 years old. It's only the first time I've ever done this down here in the Everglades. I don't know if you guys can see that school of small peacocks right there. Watch this though. Ooh, right in the shallow stuff right here. He came all the way up. Oh, that's a beautiful one right there. He came all the way up into this shallow bed. I was ripping the lure through it, and he came up and slammed it. Look how pretty that one is. I wish I had a little bit bigger fish tank. That'd be cool in the fish tank. Well guys, it's noon. I think I'm gonna take a little break, try to get some lunch, hydrate. It's super hot down here, and come back, try to get on that evening bite. I really like Florida history, y'all, and I'm just kind of stopping everywhere along here looking for places to fish, and I came across this. It says the 1936 Seminole Conference. So basically the Florida state government came to the Seminoles right here in 1936 and had a conference with them. It was the end of the Great Depression, or during the Great Depression, and the governor wanted to ask the Seminoles what he could do to help them in trying times. And I really liked their response, because it looks like Josie Billy and Corey Osceola told the government, just leave us alone. And their fear was that the government was going to try to pull them out of the Everglades down here. And you know, government ain't always here to help you folks. I believe that deep in my soul. So good on the Seminoles. They're still here. They're actually prospering. Like I said, it's noon. I'm gonna get some lunch in Everglades City. Man, I gotta rant a little bit. I don't do this very often, but I was super hungry. I came to Everglades City to grab some worms and some lunch. The first place I went to was on the water next to the commercial docks. I'm like, Oh, they'll have good seafood. I walked in, the seafood in their counter did not look good. Then I tried to go to the Cuban place out on Chokoloskee, but they're closed for some kind of remodeling. So at this point, I'm just starving. I stop at this place right here. I go in, the lady says the grouper sandwich is good. Now, they had Cuban food. I would have probably normally gotten Cuban food, but since she told me specifically the grouper sandwich was good, that's what I ordered. It came out as not grouper. There's no way that was grouper. Maybe the only way it could be grouper is if it was strawberry grouper, but I'm willing to bet that was like swai or something nasty off the Cisco truck. But honestly, I'm starving. I've been fishing all day, so I ate half of it. I ate all the French fries. Going back to fishing. Sucks to suck. Don't eat at this place in Everglades City. All right, hiking into a new spot here, and I've got the cooler with me because I got dinner on my mind. As my good friend Caroline says, we're gonna release them to the grease. These big, huge grasshoppers are everywhere out here. That thing's massive. You better be careful, I might use them for bait. Here we go. You guys see that alligator chilling right there? He's not worried about me. There he goes. Oh, I just got smacked. Nice fish. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. You just gotta find the right fish. Gotta get them to stay out of them rocks. Yeah, buddy. That is a stud Mayan cichlid. Absolute stud. Persistence paid right there. Of course, I left my pliers 100 yards away. Gotta put them in the cooler anyways. That'll be some good dinners right there. He fought like crazy too. Nice fish. Stoked on that. I'm gonna go grab my pliers, put this fish in the cooler. I don't know if you guys can see all those gar right there. Put my glasses on the camera, but that's what kept biting my lure. I didn't want to walk over here, but there's probably 500 gar right there in the water. I'm gonna walk down this quarry a little bit farther. Hey buddy. Sneaking up on gators. Of course, I see another huge peacock right now. There we go. Got me a largemouth, y'all. I think this is the first native fish of the day. A largemouth bass. He's a little skinny, but that'll work. I was on a little bit of a dry spell. I wonder if it's just the heat of the day and these fish aren't eating. We'll let him go. I was starting to forget what it felt like to catch a fish. You guys, check this gator out. Looks like the kind of place you'd want to take a little swim too, huh? I don't think so. I'm hooked up on a nice Oscar. I was walking back, and the trick is to cast them when they can't see you. I don't want to lose this one. there's an absolute stud of a peacock chasing him around. And get him up here. Let's see if I can get him. Yeah. I gotta set my tripod up. Now, of course, as soon as I quit filming and I had given up on this lake, get me a nice Oscar. I've been trying to catch these all day, and I think the trick is I saw one and I backed up and cast to it without it seeing me. I feel like once they see you, they just aren't gonna eat. Ooh, these things are slimy. Yeah, beautiful tail spot on that Everglades Oscar. Nice one. He's gonna go in the cooler as well. If you come out here, bring some water. It's not even full summer yet and it's hot. Oh, look at this gator creeping up on me. Look at him. He just seen me catch that fish and came to get him a free meal. I've had this big peacock come out and hit my bait like 3 times. He's with a female and I guess he's defending the bed. I got him. I just got him. Oh, this is the best fish of the day. Holy cow, guys. Holy cow. I do not want to lose this fish. Look at the bump on that thing's head. No, do not come off. Let me get down here. Oh, let's go, y'all. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh, come on. Look at that thing, y'all. Woo! I probably casted 20 times to this fish. He's on a bed with a female, and he really was just kind of tending the bed and pushing me off. That is the fish I've been fishing for all day long, guys. See this? That is a pretty peacock bass. Look at that bump on its head. Let me get over here in the sunlight. That's what I came here to catch today. What a beautiful fish. Super stoked on that. And I've been fishing all day. Look at it. Big old male. Nice peacock bass here in the Everglades. Let's see if I can get some pictures of them and let them go. I'm stoked on that, guys. Yeah, buddy. That's a nice fish. Look, he doesn't really have the pronounced stripes, but he's got the spot there. There he goes. All right, I am back where I started this morning. And honestly, I had the most action here. It's about 5 p.m. now. I've been fishing all day long, aside from stopping for lunch. We're gonna see if we can catch a few more. Well, this is a good fish. Peacock. Smoked. That's it. Nice little fish. I think what I'm gonna do is, I've got a Mayan Cichlid, I've got an Oscar, and I've got a Peacock Bass. Makes the Everglades slam. And I'm gonna taste test them all in a catch, clean, cook and see which ones taste the best. Well guys, I think I'm gonna go ahead and quit for the day on that last fish. You know, I fished hard. I fished from one end of the Tamiami Trail all the way to the other today, and I caught the Tamiami Trail slam, you know. So I think we're gonna go on home. I'm fishing in Okeechobee tomorrow, but as soon as I get a chance, we're doing a catch, clean, cook with those fish. Maybe I'll get one more cast. Guys, I want to start a trend. When I was out today fishing, I couldn't help but notice there was trash everywhere I stopped. So I went ahead, I had this bag in the truck. I know it's just a scratch of the surface, but I'm gonna pick up some trash and haul it out with me. What I want you guys to do is, next time you're out in your favorite fishing spot or wherever, hunting, you're on the side of the road, if you pick up a bag of trash and take a picture with it and then go onto my Instagram, tug_trash, and tag me in the picture, post it to your story, taking out the trash with Tug, I'll reshare it on my story, and then when I get a bunch of them, I'll put it in a video. You know, everybody's pictures picking up trash, you know. Maybe we can start a movement and start cleaning these places up, y'all.
So wait, which one's the Oscar? This one.
This is an Oscar.
Yeah.
This is a Mayan Cichlid.
Uh-huh.
This is a Peacock Bass. And we're going to do a taste test on them. I've never tried a Peacock Bass. I have tried Oscars and Cichlids, but it was like mixed into a fish fry that also had a bunch of speck in it. So I don't really know, but there wasn't anything bad. Look how pretty that is.
I used to go with my dad to catch these off of 41 with a cane pole.
41, that's where I was fishing. And then these, and then these. So we'll clean them up here. With the Peacock Bass, I know they're all over South Florida, but you know, 99% of the time they're in like some nasty canal. Right. So you would never want to eat them. So I took the opportunity. I was like, oh, we're way out here in the Everglades. If you're gonna eat one out of that clean water. What is cool, well, interesting story about back in the day, I was down in the Panama Canal, and we were on the tugboat. We had a couple of days to kill, and I actually hired a guide boat to take me out fishing in Lake Gatun, Panama, for peacocks. We probably caught over 100 that day, and my guide didn't speak English and I didn't really speak Spanish, but he put the first, like, I don't know, 3 or 4 peacocks we caught in the cooler. And I was like, oh, you can eat them? And he's like, yeah. He just said ceviche. And so I was gonna eat them, but I had a driver to take me back to the tugboat. And he was looking at my bucket of fish. I had them in a 5-gallon bucket. And he was looking at them, and I looked at him, I said, you want those fish? He said, yeah. So I gave them to him, and I never got to try Peacock Bass. So we're gonna try it now.
The meat looks good.
That looks pretty darn amazing right there.
Yeah, it does.
Very, very clean white meat. Come in, take the skin off of it. And just so you guys know that I don't mix it up, let me see those bags, babe. I got one labeled
Peacock.
Peacock, one Mayan, one Cichlid. So that will go in the Peacock bag.
Yes. The meat looks good.
Looks pretty darn amazing.
I'd eat that.
Yeah. Let's try a Mayan Cichlid.
You know what's cool is they all have these spots.
I caught one Cichlid too, and it wasn't a Mayan. I don't know what it was. It was the first fish I caught of the day. Oh. I also caught a jaguar I think it's a cichlid. I don't know. It was cool. I wish I had kept it for the fish tank, but.
Do you know anything about these? Like, are they invasive?
They're all invasive. Well,
where did they start or originate?
Invasive. They came from people's fish tanks.
Really?
Peacock bass were brought in by the state to eat these fish.
Ah.
So actually, peacock bass is has tighter regulations than largemouth bass in the state of Florida.
Oh, wow.
So they do have regulations. These cichlids and Oscars, no regulations. You're actually doing the state a favor by getting them out of the waterways. But
gotcha.
in all actuality, we're never going to be able to get rid of them. They're just too prolific. Now on that
looks grayish.
It's not quite as white as that peacock.
Interesting. And that's the Mayan. Let's make sure to put it in the right bag.
Yeah. It looks just like a speck fillet though.
Yeah.
Speck is what we call crappie for you northern folks.
Into the Mayan bag.
Into the bag. And Oscar. These Oscars are slimy jokers. All the fish all day, like there were so many fish down there. Getting them to eat was super hard. You'd have to hide so they didn't see you and make casts to them. But I really wanted to get a small Oscar for our fish tank.
I love Oscars.
And I didn't, so we'll have to make a trip back down. We're setting up the fish tank. That's gonna be in a separate video, but we're going to, all the fish I'm gonna put in there are gonna be fish that we catch. The only thing I'm gonna buy is like some rocks and stuff.
Yeah, we gotta go do that.
But that's a whole different video. Now this looks even more brownish. So right now, just straight off of looks, that peacock looks the best.
Yeah.
Which surprises me.
But see, I don't know. I feel like I'd rather eat that than that one. But I don't know.
This one has more of an orangey tint.
Yeah.
But I've noticed, I've seen on other videos that they can have a lot of different colors.
All right, well, we have our 3 bags.
And just so anyone says anything, yes, I'm doing the other sides. I'm just, for the sake of the camera.
Yeah, I'm not going to keep this running because there'd be no reason.
People always comment, they're like, well, you should have done that. I'm like, just because you didn't see it on camera doesn't mean it didn't happen. It's called editing, folks. If we just ran the cameras the whole time, it would not be interesting.
It'd be very boring. I promise we're not this cool.
Right? We finally found some time to do our Everglades Slam taste test. I'm gonna melt a little bit of butter. I got the Blackstone fired up outside. We're gonna cook the fish up. We're gonna cook the fish up and I'm gonna do it as blind as possible. Like I wrote on the bottom of the paper plates which each one was. We're gonna try it. We'll just do a light seasoning and see if we can tell the difference, and if we can, which one is the best. Don't mind our mess, but we have our 3 sets of fillets, and I marked the bottoms of the plates, double stack the plates. What I'm gonna do is brush each fillet with a little bit of butter, because I mean, I don't want to just eat it just plain.
I feel like I can tell just by looking at them.
Well, yeah, you can kind of guess, but by the end you might not remember.
Once it's cooked, I don't think I'll be able to tell, but just the colors of the fish.
So we're just gonna lightly blacken each piece, like not a lot, because we want to taste the fish, but I also am kind of hungry, so I want to enjoy the fish too. We're gonna go onto our Blackstone with just a little avocado oil. And
smoking.
Where's my? Just spread that around. I've been loving the Blackstone. The only thing is just keeping it clean and good, but other than that, so we'll go down with our pieces of fish, and I gotta try to keep track of which one's which.
Keep your place in order. Got it.
And I'm gonna brush the tops of them with butter again. Because, like I said, butter makes everything taste better. Something in here is good because I can smell it.
Smells good.
It does.
It's cooking fast.
It is. Those little ones are cooking fast. Then we'll just give them a quick sprinkle. Like that.
Okay.
Lightly is the key word. Little ones are going to get their flips already.
Woo.
That looks delish. Nice meaty fillet. I know the suspense is killing you guys.
I'm so nervous.
I'm a little nervous. I don't know. Like, so I had some Oscar some years ago at a camp fish fry, but it was all mixed in with speck. So like it was fried, so couldn't really tell, you know. So it's all just lightly blackened. I think we do. All right, this is what we do.
Okay.
Take a bite of each.
Okay. Without saying
anything. Well,
okay.
we'll describe what we're.
Yeah.
You know,
Should we eat at the same time?
Yeah. Okay. So we'll same bites. That way, so we're not. Yeah. So which one are we starting with? These little ones?
With the little ones.
I kind of know which ones are which. Crystal thinks she does, but she's wrong.
I'm pretty sure that I know.
I'm excited.
Stop. Why'd you do that? I want this one. Stop. Okay. All right,
here we go. Same time. Nice
that's
bite.
Like a big bite. Is that too big? I feel like that's too big. We said same time. You know I gotta smell it first.
It's good. It's not bad. Definitely freshwater fish. Tastes like.
I don't really taste anything.
It's good.
It's very mild.
Very mild, but you know what it is? It's not soft. It actually has a bit of a bite. Not like a bite, but you know what I'm saying? Like
it has a firmness, and it doesn't taste freshwater to me.
Like it almost tastes like mangrove snapper. Almost firmer.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's that one. That one's good.
That one's pretty good.
Let's try this one.
That is pretty good, actually. I would eat that.
Here, do you want to cleanse your palate?
Yeah, for sure. You didn't bring me a lemon or something? Like, you're supposed to use lemon.
And I went for a big bite there. I wasn't scared.
Now, I'm not going to lie. I'm not looking forward to eating this one. There's something about it. And I think I know what it is. But there's just something about it that I don't.
Here we go. I would say texture, same, has a bit of a bite to it. Like, not like a resistance. It's not just like falling apart.
It has a
like you could grill that.
Very interesting flavor though.
Very mild. I would say milder than that one.
For sure.
And good. I'm eating that. You know what I mean? Like, I
actually like this one more than that one. I'm actually really surprised.
Whatever this is, I'm keeping them and eating them.
I think I know what this is.
Peacock?
No, I think this one's the Oscar, but I don't know.
Nah.
I would eat that over this one.
Yeah, that one wins so far. This is the last one. Same timesies.
You keep biting before me.
Well, it's because you kind of just take a really long time.
Because it's scary.
Mild. Different texture here. I might have overcooked that one a hair.
That one?
No, this one.
It's drier. Does that make sense?
It's drier, yeah. And it has a completely, not completely different texture, but it's more of a texture where it's kind of like a little grainy, but good. Completely mild.
This almost reminds me of like a mahi. It's flaky like that. Look.
Mm-hmm. A
got
good
like that.
flake to it.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end, there's like a texture I'm not crazy about, but I don't hate.
It's like, yeah, no.
I'm gonna say this one's the
my
best
favorite.
one. This one right
Hold on,
here.
try this one again, just to be sure.
But I could tell you that all three of these are good. Like I would eat any of these. I will tell you this. So you can catch all of these fish.
Yeah, no, I don't like this one as much.
You can
No,
catch
try
all
it.
these fish like in canals in South Florida, like in Miami and stuff. Don't eat them out of a canal. I caught these fish 40 miles out in the middle of nowhere in the Everglades, all right?
That one, eating it again after trying the other two, I do not like that one. If I had not eaten these other two, I would have been like, oh, this is okay, I'll eat it. But after having other options, I would not choose that one.
I like that one as my second.
This is my first.
Take one more.
That's my second. That's my third.
All right. Well, are you ready?
I am actually. I'm really
So
curious.
first, second, third. Let's see who
Wait,
can.
what do you think? You think the same?
Yes.
No, I think first, second, third.
Okay.
But that's okay. Keep them however.
This
you
would be my third and Crystal's second. It says P because I didn't write it all the way out. So Peacock,
want. I knew it.
my third, Crystal's second. But I want to be very clear that it's good.
It
It's
is.
like the differences are pretty slim. That one just seemed like it dried out a little bit more. I did leave it on the grill a hair longer.
They were bigger pieces.
So we both agree
That's the Mayan.
this is the one
That would
Crystal
be my
doesn't
third.
like.
I don't like it.
It's my second. It is the
I
Mayan.
knew it. Ah!
I mean, it's hard. We looked at those fillets so many times. So the winner here
It's awesome.
in the Everglades Slam taste test is the Oscars.
And you know
Beautiful fish.
What's weird is visually, it was the ugliest.
They are slimy as all get out.
But
It
even
is
the fillets,
gross.
even when I just looked at it now, I was like, this one does not look as good as the others.
The peacock fillets, if I went just visually, the peacock fillets looked the best. They were
wild,
white
isn't
and just beautiful. Honestly, that was the
delicious.
ugliest fish, the ugliest fillets.
But it has the best taste.
I wouldn't mind having a whole cooler full of them bad boys.
For sure. There's something about it that it's mild, but it still has a hint of something, and I don't know what it is, but it's good.
All right. Well, we've come to the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I probably had the most fun I've had in a long time just spending the whole day out there on 41, other than that really bad lunch I paid like 30 bucks for. It was just cool hiking around out there in the Everglades. The water this time of year is super, super low. You couldn't do that in the rainy season. Although the roadside canals would be much better when there's a little bit more water. And I didn't even scratch the surface between the lakes and the side of the road. Something I definitely want to go do again. But thank you guys.
For Oscar.
Yeah, thanks again. Odom Outdoors, check them out. And we will see you guys on the next one.